Have you done Mile High Club ever?
No.
Yeah, neither have I. Do you know what
Is.
you don't know what that is?
No.
Oh, now I feel disgusting.
No, please express.
Please express.
Sorry.
What are you asking for? Snake's on a plane, but it's not a snake.
I've always imagined myself with my partner.
In real life practice, it's just those.
It's hard.
Well, I'm in economy.
Getting in
I don't know
that
about
tiny
you.
little thing. I mean, changing a diaper in there is hard. Like, come on. Like, let alone having a
Tiny little thing is Greek. Welcome back to the Mitch Churi Chat Show. I'm Mitch Churi. This is my chat show.
I'm Grace Scott.
And today, our guest is none other than Australia's very own Jess Mauboy. What a sweetheart.
The definition of Australia's sweetheart, I think.
I think she is. I think it's her. I think Delta Goodrum fights it out for that title. Samantha Jade's
up there.
Definitely up there. Carrie-Anne Kennelly.
Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, but in the music scene, like, do you remember Jess Mauboy's first audition on Australian Idol?
I do. I think I remember watching it with my parents live. She was in Darwin. She was swatting away flies.
Yeah.
And she just like belted her heart out.
It was like, I watched it live too, and it changed the whole country. And then she lost to Damien Leith, but her career that she had was, and still is, incredible.
Phenomenal.
And now she's navigating a big music label change. She's stepped away from the big music labels and she's launched her own independent label, which I think is incredible. She's now dabbling in sketch comedy and she's hosting that Blackfella show on ABC, or hosted. And like, I'm impressed by her. She's a mum now. She got married a few years ago. We've interviewed her so many times.
Yeah,
radio.
We've done the rounds with Jess.
Oh, this would be like 20th interview with
I'm
Jess
not quite
Mauboy.
at 20. I reckon I'm at 5 or 6.
Remember when we were on radio, we wanted to get punch cards for these kinds of guests?
Yes.
That was so funny.
We should bring that back for the Mitch Churi Chat Show.
But we've never had a repeat guest.
We haven't.
No, but we wanted to get little, like when you get a coffee at your local cafe, like every time you come on the show, then at the end they get given something.
Yes.
We should have like 6 maybe
Yeah, maybe.
punches.
I reckon we should go smaller because there's so many guests. We only have one a week. Like
3.
maybe 3.
And on your 4th.
You get to come on for free.
We're not paying anyone.
Nobody's paying us to come on the show.
We paid. Isn't that funny? Peek behind the curtain, open curtain policy. No one gets paid to come on the show.
No, the closest we've gotten was we had to pay for Tyra's hair and makeup,
So expensive.
but worth it.
And then she ended up wearing a lace front wig and a beret, which was still hair work. But,
Yeah.
but they just put the wig on her and I was like, that's crazy. God, what a time.
That's great.
Well, Jess Mauboy, lots in here. And it was a really, it was a long chat. It was really heartwarming. We actually get quite serious quite fast. But it picks up and it's fun and her culture card is one for the ages.
She actually had like 6.
She came prepared, which we love. Anyway, enjoy our interview with Jess Mauboy. At long last, Jessica Mauboy is in the studio!
Hey,
Jessie!
you have been making this. We've been making this happen for a little while.
We have. You want something funny? You
You've
knew
been
about
busy.
this. You've been busy. You made a baby since we last met. I haven't made a baby. I've been trying, but something's not working there.
Come on.
Something's not working.
What is this? This is a baby.
This is a baby, yeah, true. But yours is, I just saw a little pic of, oh my God, your bub, the cutest baby in the whole world.
18 months, little Mia Ray. She's like, now she's at a point where she's like 1 second there, in 2 seconds she'll be over there. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
so it's like, it's just really keeping an eye on her at the moment. And then like, but also trusting her,
Yeah,
you know, because
that's
I think
tough.
they also pick up that like little toddlers are already feeling. And well, that's what I'm just discovering with her is like, yeah, it's been pretty scary and challenging. And then also just like being creative, you know, whilst doing all of those things. But it's also inspiring
You're
because
such
like
a good
I've
mum.
always wanted to be mum. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to be. I've been mothering my music, and now I'm in a different kind of light. And you know, there's a lot more responsibilities, but yeah, it's keeping me on my toes.
So is she doing that scoot thing? Can she walk or is it the butt crawl thing?
She is walking. She's running.
No, okay.
She is
right.
running.
Athlete.
She's beyond.
Yeah, it's an athlete. She's an athlete.
She's yeah, it's quite funny because she's literally they talk about you know, the stages
Yes.
of like how old they are, and she's
Yeah.
literally like on the line of like doing everything at her age right now.
And so you were saying your partner is a Taurus.
Yeah, he's a Taurus. He's a bull, and
You're a Leo.
and I'm a lion. Yeah, I'm a Leo, and she is born 13th of January, is a Capricorn.
Oh, so like a yak.
Yeah.
What's a Capricorn?
It's like a goat yak.
Yeah.
We both look at Grace. Grace will know.
Yeah. Sorry, Grace.
Speaking of yak, Grace Guard's here, everyone.
Yakety yak. But she like
you've got a
horns.
yak.
Like this animal has got horns
It's
as
like
well.
a sea goat.
It's not a sea. What's a sea
That's
goat?
what it says. It says it's a sea goat.
So it's between like a mermaid, like a fish and
It's a
a...
goat that swims.
yeah, apparently. I
Do
think
you
it's just a
know,
goat.
I'm a Libra. I'm the only non-animal star sign. I'm just a pair of scales.
Yeah, but that's balance. We're talking about balance. So
I'm very
like,
balanced.
Yeah, you're very like aware of like choices and needing... That needs to be balanced, and that needs
Yes.
to be in the world of like wildness and just so much things going on.
Yeah.
You create, through chaos you create balance.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Through chaos, I create balance. You're right.
yeah.
I do create
Like, do you feel
chaotic-
like you're someone who's like a mediator?
Yes.
You know?
Oh, very much so. And I also
That's what
hate
I mean.
injustice.
Okay.
I don't like it when the scales are imbalanced, honestly. But
Well,
I'm also,
I'm a person of like, I really dislike confrontation.
yeah, okay.
So
Me
like
too.
if something's like feeling, I'm like, oh no, it's getting under my skin, and I'm like, I'm gonna,
But can you turn on your show, Jess, like Jess Mauboy, the performer? Like, do you put that on as a mask sometimes to go, I don't want to confront people, so I'll just be the Jess they know?
I don't even know what that is. I haven't really discovered that yet. But I think what I had to learn, and this was through, I guess, music and through doing business, and particularly working with labels, I think I had to kind of, I've had to find a voice of just, the voice that I was looking for is like learning how to say no.
Yeah.
And stop trying to like, I've always been a people pleaser, I think, through music, through songwriting, and through constantly just trying to work out what that art is and that creative. And I think through collaboration too. So like collaboration is like means so much to me. So I'm always wanting to please in that collaboration.
I'm the same. It can be so exhausting though, true. Then
Yeah,
you kind of
it
lose sight
is.
of
I'm
what
like,
you
by the time I
want.
get home, I'm like,
Oh my God, me too. I don't want to talk to anyone.
I'm out.
Oh, my friends go,
As
I
soon as that
struggle
door
to
closes,
sleep.
I'm out.
I'm an insomniac. I'm like, babe, my head's on that pillow. And I'm like waking up and I'm like, I wish I was still asleep.
Yeah.
You know the
yeah,
worst feeling in
yeah,
the world?
Yeah.
Waking up. I hate it.
Yeah, I think like when you work as hard as you do, of course, like it's definitely, you want that extra. You want to
You want
at
a little
least have
extra
a
sleep.
little
Yeah,
extra.
I know. I do. You know, it's funny. You knew about this project, this show, before anyone else.
That's so special.
Do you remember? I was telling you.
I do remember. It was like, it wasn't the last time that I'd seen you, but it was like a moment where life was changing. I think work ethic, I think change as a person
Yeah.
was like evolving.
Yeah.
Like you were evolving. I was evolving. Like I knew that I wanted to one day create my own kind of label, space of just music and collaborate with anyone that I wanted, and it be an open gate,
And you were still with Warner at the time, Warner Music, I think.
Yeah, so I'd left Sony Music Australia. I think it was BMG at the time when I'd signed, and then crossed over to Sony Music Australia, and then went into Warner's Australia. And I was there, I'd signed for just one album because I just wasn't quite sure where I was, where I wanted to be and if it was the right fit. That was pure joy too, because it was the first time I'd ever been with another label.
Yeah.
Since
Since winning Idol, right?
yeah.
Because Idol, the deal was a Sony Music, Sony BMG record deal.
Yeah, so it was immediate. Like if I was the winner, I'd automatically be signed to Sony Music, and then I'd cut a record, and then I'd make another record, and then, it'd just be like really tight. I think also when you are in the top 12 or something like that, you automatically sign with the label as well,
Wow.
because you don't know how the artist is going to evolve and then who's going to be likable. So
Yeah.
I think it's really that kind of intersecting
Yeah.
structure. So yeah, I was immediately already kind of signed if the label thought that I was,
But you were that show, that was when talent shows like that were everything.
It was like literally like the highest point for music shows.
Yeah.
It was the peak. And I was lucky. I was 16. I didn't win Idol, but I felt I did. I got to the second,
Who beat you?
Damien Leith.
Damien Leith.
Irish. Yeah,
Irish. She's in radio now.
Yeah, amazing. And had, like a beautiful family. Like I was glad to had spent that time with him, like being the last two.
Yeah.
Because it got really quiet. Like when everyone left the house, it was just me and him. And, he was really kind of like a father figure, or like a big brother.
Yeah.
And
he was 16, Jess.
and he had kids and like he was missing his children and his wife. But I think too, when I think about that time, I just think about, I was happy that I'd made it that far. Straight after the show, I went back to Darwin. I went to school. That was quite difficult and hard because I think like half of the students was like, yay, like cheerleaders. And it was like, you did really great. You represent well. And then the other half of the students were like, oh, you think you're good now. So it was really tough as a 16-year-old going back to school in that environment. I got to see the light of like, real harshness and then also like love.
And then you were in Darwin for how long? After?
Well, I was home for a year and then I received a letter that same year with Sony asking if I wanted to join the label.
Like Hogwarts.
It was crazy.
Like
it was like magic.
Was it Dennis Hanlon with wings on? Or like, who came to you?
It was literally in the letter was signed by Dennis Hanlon himself.
Wow.
And obviously they thought that I'd had something potential in becoming an artist or,
Of course.
Yeah.
A creative. And did you balk at it? Did you think no at all or it was a yes?
It was definite yes.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Why would it not?
I think they flew us to my father and I to and my mum to Sydney. We met in the boardroom and there I was signing.
Wow.
At the age of 16. Yeah, 16.
And what was that album deal?
The album deal was roughly about 5 albums.
Wow, that's a lot of
but
music.
I was there for a very long time. And in between I was doing films. So I'd done Brand New Day. So I'd done a soundtrack for that.
Oh, yeah.
I did Sapphires, did a soundtrack for that. And then I did 2 seasons of Secret Daughter with Seven. And that was over 2 soundtracks. So it was a lot. It was a lot of like, it was a roller coaster. And I have to say it was probably the most, when you're 20 or when you're like 16 to 20, you are on a high. You are been given the most highest opportunity. And
grateful that it's happening.
I was sad. It was lonely. I remember, because you're kind of still like childlike when you're 20 years old as well, like I'm going to get really...
oh, I'm sorry, Jess.
But like, I think at that age too, like you also tell yourself like to hold on because you don't know when it's going to end either. I think particularly in the music industry, we've seen like the rise and the fall. But I think it was about, for me, like it was always, I guess, the solid thing that kept coming through was like, identity and, like really, First Nations people that were coming through for me at that age and at that time of making music was like, I felt like I was the only one, like the female First Nation kind of looking around going, where are the other black mob, like, because before me was Christine Anu.
Yeah.
And then, Kathy Freeman, Deborah Mailman.
But in music. Gurumul when was Gurumul? Earlier?
I mean, he was in Yotha Yindi Band. So he was like he was a part of that. And then working away at doing his artistry. I mean, Dan Sultan, you know. I mean, there was so many, but I think the level that I was competing in, like I looked around and there was like no one of First Nations. But I look at it now and I'm like, Baka, Miss Kanina, 3%. Oh my gosh. Drifting Clouds, like Emily Warmer, Thelma Plum, you know, and I'm just like, whoa, like this is amazing.
Who did you look to for advice when you were so lonely and you were like, oh my God, there's nobody else going through what I'm going through right this moment? Like, who did you turn to for advice?
I had to really lean on, my parents and my siblings. So like, I'm like so really strong, tight knit with my family. And I think just going back and forth home, like remaining connected to home, was like solid for me. Was always a recharge. And and I did that. I did the trip. I did the 4 hours like every week back and forth.
Weekly.
Because that was my source of like balance, you know, and a sense of like anchoring.
You could lose yourself.
Because it was so high. I was being invited to awards nights, and like they would, you know, last until 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, I need to go home, you know. And it's like, it's a lot of the things are being roped in. It's like, yeah, come, and it's like, yeah, is it okay? So then I had this like learning really quickly, and I'm sure you know your experience with being in the industry as well. Like, yeah, I think it was about for me always bringing it back to music, because that's why I stepped into the light in the first place. Was like, well, I know I'm a good vocalist, a singer, a performer. I've worked this hard. I got to continue to work at it, you know, because I'm not done yet. I'm not done you know, with creating and continuing to better myself and learn more and learn off others.
That's so important. But did you feel that the record label supported you in your First Nations lineage, or it was they said lean into it, or it was something that they didn't know how to handle?
They did not know how to handle it, and I think that's why it was always kind of you know, there was always a detour. It's like, no, bring it back to music, like, you know, like every kind of host or like whoever was like you know, creating that space to share music or conversation was always being told, no, relate it back to music or a collaborator or a producer, or like, let's not go there. And I was just like, I think that's what made me sad, you know. There was no kind of cultural person in the mix of being able to handle that situation, you know, and fear, because there was no I guess just a cultural person in that field, a role model in that space, to be able to support that. But now I look at today and I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's like, look at the landscape of the support, and also from a cultural point of view too, is like, there's a lot more than there was. Then.
Oh yeah.
And again, I just always made sure that I leant back on, you know, mom or dad, like, you know, remind me, mom and dad, you know, or my sisters, like, remind me, you know, of just be there for when I just fall, you know. But I could always rely on just falling into that and leaning back into home.
Yeah. So then you were at Sony, and then you did obviously Sony BMG, Sony Music Australia, and then the Warner jump. That only happened. That was only in the last 6-7 years?
Yeah, it was. I left the first label 2020. And then it was a few years of just like finding the right people, having loads of conversations, like management, and just kind of, like doing that connecting, which I found so like. Are
you good at it?
No.
Really?
No.
Why? I feel like you would. You're so charming.
I hate talking about myself or talking myself up. Like it's just something that I hate. I hated selling myself like in that way of like even just understanding like what I needed, you know, because I'd had such a structure and, you know, a very solid kind of foundation with, you know, my previous management and then also my label. It was all I knew coming into the music industry. So I think gatekeeping was, you know, a big, I guess, setback for me when it came to, I guess, being at that first label. And then also, I think kind of, you know, that thing of like, there's nowhere else that's better for you, you know, like that's really what I thought.
So you were told that by the label, of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And also made to feel like this was the best place for you.
We've had you since you were a kid.
Yeah.
We gave you this career.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and I'm sure that happens everywhere. But
Jess, that's
realized,
all they had in radio. That's what they tell you.
Yeah. And so I believed that. And when I started to feel like, no, there's something more, you know, like, and I think instinctively, like I could feel like I was changing, the landscape of music was changing. And so 2020 was a major transformation for me that I didn't even know that was coming. But I just knew that I needed change. And, you know, and like just the world changed as well in 2020. So for me, that was kind of like one of those universal things that, or like that the universe was giving me saying, I'm giving you what you asked for. Are you prepared? Are you ready?
So how did the conversation go with Sony? Was it you that said, hi, we need to talk, and then ran away and...
Well, I'd fulfilled my contract. So I had, Hilda was my last contract.
I love that record.
And that's what I wanted to do instead. I didn't want to leave just going, you won't let me do what I want to do and be in spitefulness and stomp around. No, I wanted to fulfill that because I'd signed up for that. And I knew it was coming. But I wanted to have the last word, and Hilda was that. Hilda was a point of like, I know who I am. I know what I want. And life is already challenging me that and pushing me that way. So forgive me if I'm offended you, or if I'm feeling like I'm leaving all that you've put together behind, but I'm not. You've given me so much, and I'm so grateful. But it's time for my change to happen.
But also you should know that, yeah, but the label is not what, in 2020, not what it was when you signed.
Yeah, it's very different.
Down to the staff, the executives, very culturally, different. Even the industry.
Yeah, we relied on labels to do all of those things. Yeah. And I think because of that change, and because people or just artists or, anyone in the music industry was seeing like they could use these resources that were being, coming in to this space, was allowing them to not wait for the big man, not wait for the big machine. It was like, well, I can do this in the comfort of my home now.
And you think it's just going to be better for artists, surely?
Yeah, absolutely.
Less dependency on these big labels.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'd learned so much, and I had the tools, I had the knowledge, and I think it was just about, I really wanted. There were just certain things, creatively, I think visually, it all kind of added up to the like, well, I'm not fulfilling that here. I need to kind of find that somewhere else. And as you do, you find new people and you work with new people, and then you just get a spark and you start getting a kind of a whole different rhythm in your step. And you're like, there it is. Wow. Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's a whole world.
Yes.
There's a whole world. Mm-hmm. And, going back to gatekeeping, I think, it was a real thing. And when I think about it, I'm like, damn, I wish I'd,
left earlier.
But maybe, and I believe in the universe that in time, patience is key. And please don't, for me, it was like, maybe I shouldn't force things. They need to happen the way they are. And, I'll get my liberating moment, And in the last 5 years has been liberating.
You had a baby, you got married,
everything.
You've got the skincare brand.
Yeah, everything, label for one was like the major thing because I didn't think that was possible.
Jamali?
Yeah,
Am I pronouncing it right? Jamali, yeah.
Jamali is just like a safe haven for music. And
your own record label.
And also for anyone to come in and collaborate or just to collaborate.
Is that an offer for me?
Absolutely.
Is that okay, all right,
You're
good.
A writer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's about that. It's about cultural. It's about meeting place. It's meant to feel safe and feel like without any strings attached, without any kind of
old school,
no hard politics going. Oh, we don't work with that person. That's why you can't work with that person. Do you know what I mean? It's like there was a lot of that happened, and I just quite often wondered, but why? And why won't you tell me? And yeah. So for me, it was like I can't work like that. Like me in this light and who I am and what the foundation that my parents gave me was respect, transparency, truth, and just being a good person and having empathy, so
I know this is in your world and it's all happened to you and it's all so real, but it's funny, I try to subscribe to no one thinks about ourselves as much as we do. The world sees you and Australia sees you as a brilliant, powerful, independent, creative, and that's how we see you. So, and although I want to let you know, try to let go of as much as that shit, because you are you in this moment. We love Jess Mauboy because we know Jess Mauboy as a sum of all of those parts.
Yeah, and I say that deeply because I know there's so many people that still haven't found their voice, and I say that openly and share that not lightly, but so in depth, because there are so many, and First Nations people specifically, because we have limited spaces, because there is gatekeeping, because it's misunderstood, limited. And then there's a language barrier. So I say that when young Black mob are looking at this and are listening, because you are powerful. You are powerful, and your story means so much more, and don't wait for nobody to tell it. And we have so many incredible platforms, and I'm just, I see like young little, little Jesses like me going, oh my God, she said go and get it, because I was trusted. My parents trusted me, so I took leaps. And then people along the way that I gravitated towards because I felt there was trust, I just kept on just topping it, and we do that. We gravitate towards where we feel like there's freeness to create. And I've been able to do it all, like I've been in 20 plus years doing this, and I'm only in the last 6 to 7 years that I've really taken the reins and taken control and built the team that I've wanted, and to laugh with, and to also work with, to hang out with, and to also,
collaborate,
because I'm gonna look to them and be like, do you think that works? And they're gonna be on the same page, like.
And that era of having a boss and then a senior and then an executive. I mean, Grace and I are best friends first, and then we work on this show, and it makes things so much fun.
People I work with boss, like I don't like to be boss. Like I like to be like a colleague, and firsthand, or
co-worker,
friend,
Jess,
or family, But it's been so wonderful to like take the business, and then to take control of like just working with whoever wants to just come to the table and create.
I'm so happy for you.
And play and have fun.
Well, on that note, I love that Jess has been holding her culture card the whole time.
Oh my gosh, I'm so like a toddler. I've been holding it dearly to my heart.
Okay, so Jess said, I have a notes app with all of my culture card ideas.
I have a notes app.
So were you stressed about this?
I was and I wanted it to be fun and not too serious, because that's fine. That was bloody serious.
That's fine. We can do both.
But I wanted to come in.
Run me through some options before we do it, because we can play around with them all.
These are my notes, and don't judge me.
We're not going to judge you.
But
Grace and I do some every week. Sometimes we just pull out.
Sometimes they are not worth doing a culture card.
Grace said the other day, Uniqlo barrel pants. I'm like, that's an ad for Uniqlo.
It wasn't an ad. I wasn't getting paid, but I love the pants. So
she loves the
pants.
Oh
my gosh, like the slurring rap hip hop these days, like. I'm so not into it.
Like what's an example? Like
I don't know.
But not enunciating.
It's not enunciating.
I thought you meant people were putting slurs in music.
It's like sleep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh.
Bad music.
Like I come from an era where my elder sister, who's 45, who was like listening to the baddest of like rap music. So Tupac and Biggie Smalls and Wu-Tang. But, I think it was really enunciating and like, to the point. And I just feel like it's a bit lazy now. I don't know. That's just my point.
The Queen has spoken. No, I agree. I don't get much
That's not even on here, by the way. It's just like I was just it's not on here. I was just inspired by what you
adding them live. Okay,
I'm going rogue.
Well, do you remember it's like when the really white girls, they'll sing and they'll this sing song,
the soft. I mean, that's folky, right? It's like comes from
who I fell in love with. Sorry, were you at the Arias Hall of Fame the other week? Were you there?
No, I wasn't. Sorry, no, I was watching from the comfort of my own.
Oh, yeah, I was there at the very back.
Iconic for me.
But who are the sisters? I've gone blank. The two sisters that would sing and yodel. They got the Hall of Fame.
Was it Victor and something?
Victor.
Oh my God! Yes.
I can't think of their name. And they're going. Vic and
Vic and Linda. Yes.
And I'm going. I've never heard of these women. I love them.
Amazing,
sing
right?
Like that. Yeah. Like when the girls go, sing a song by the river.
Yeah,
no,
totally.
Listen to Linda and Victor.
Yeah, like texture and then a bit of like grit. Oh my God, I love. Yeah,
totally. Maybe that's because the only singing I can do is very bra. It's from here. It's down here.
It's from the belly of the beast.
It's from the belly. That's all I got going for me. Okay, read the notes app. What do you have?
All right. Darwin people can smell the rain before it hits or before it happens.
Yeah.
They can.
Can they?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like like once it's rain or like it's like evaporated. So you can tell like when that thing is like when the storm is rolling in, the heat is evaporating, but it's drawing it to
It's
to
sucking
be evaporated.
it off. To be rained down.
Correct.
I know. But so is it the same smell as the smell of rain?
Petrichor.
Yes.
What's it called?
Petrichor.
Petrichor. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Couple nerds in the studio.
No, legit. Like you could, like I'd be sitting like in at the dining table at home in Darwin, and the wind would just kind of like come through the screen door, and I would run outside. I just loved it.
Yeah, it's a good
because also you could hear the rumbling starting.
Oh, it's the best
with the thunder and the lightning.
Good. Yeah, it's so good. That's an amazing smell.
Yeah.
We need to get like Margiela or someone to create a rain smell perfume.
Oh my god! And it's gonna be called
Petrichor.
Petrichor
by Mauboy.
Petrichor.
Hey, Chemist Warehouse.
Hey, come on.
Hey.
It's a deal.
Wait, no, what's the skincare brand? Desert
Oh, Desert Rose.
Desert Rose.
Yeah,
Desert Rose can do one. Come on, be the face of it.
Come on.
Actually, no. Let's get a local Darwin. We'll get some. Yeah, maybe someone that fits the bill more than this white fat boy being the face of
Hey, you can literally mark
come
it and
on.
sell it.
From my Darwin upbringing, it won't work. It doesn't. It just won't work. How dare I as well?
From my adopted home.
yeah, I'm friends with Jess. Okay, this is great. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so I had a good feed fixes almost everything.
Yeah.
Because I really believe in that. I think it really soothes the soul.
Yeah.
It kind of almost recharges you to just, on like almost like blank canvas. Feeling.
What's your go-to like death row meal?
Oh my gosh, like a chicken curry.
Oh,
yeah,
like
like a really kind of spicy chicken curry over rice, like
a red, like a Thai curry,
like a yellow curry.
Yum, yeah.
Yeah, like like an Asian curry.
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, coconut cream or coconut milk, whatever
I'm
you
sold.
like.
I agree. Yeah, this is great.
Yes, so it's that or goose curry because we
have goose
go and
curry.
have
Yeah, goose curry.
and we put it in the pressure cooker and it just like softens the meat.
Yum.
Oh my God, it's like turmeric, it's
Yeah.
like lemongrass, ginger, garlic, all that.
It
Everything's
clears the
in
sinus.
It really does.
My partner's Polish, and we went to the Polish club with his family.
What's the sausage?
he's gonna
The
kill
Polish
me.
sausage, but what is it called? It's called.
My boyfriend.
Whoa.
Stephen. His name is Stephen.
I think it's
Kielbasa?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, it's delicious.
I haven't had it. I was eating stewed rabbit. That's where I was going
yum.
with that.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
was in the
yeah,
little
no, okay,
ribs. I'm
I
like,
can do
Jesus,
that.
guys, this is a little.
Was it quite tough, the meat? Oh gosh,
so
sorry.
tough. He's like, welcome to the Polish club. Enjoy the rabbit. I'm going, okay, thanks. Maybe slow cook it next time.
But the sausage.
Yeah. His name's Stephen once again.
Stop that, you dirty minds, look.
No.
Think like-
Well, I'm tell you what, it's for a small boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. This is great.
Sorry.
This is good. No.
Okay. Airport outfits are actually very stressful. They really are.
No, I know it's so hard because you want to look chic and effortless.
Absolutely, but
it's
like by the
hard.
time you're like, you're distraught. Like, what's happening?
I agree, but I don't want to wear
And then you've
tracksuit
taken
pants.
your jacket off, and then you've left it somewhere, and you're like, oh my God.
I know.
too many
Tracksuit
things.
pants on a plane don't work because I sweat through
Yeah,
my
they
tracksuit
sweat.
pants. I
They
want
sweat.
shorts.
And then you end up like the aircon like starts to like change like the
But,
temperature.
you know, airport horny is a thing. Not to go
it?
gutter again, but it's a
Is
phenomenon.
Is it
It's
because
like
you're sitting?
maybe.
Or is it because like your legs are crossed and like,
No, I think it's because
Wow, am I going there? But I think it's a real thing for women.
It's a real thing for men.
Because
you're sitting.
you're sitting
Turbulence.
yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But for men,
the vibration.
that's where I was going. And put the seatbelt on and the rest.
I'll say it.
And no. You know when you're walking through an airport and you see someone and they're gorgeous and then you go, I'll never see them again.
Yeah,
That's for me. It's a bit romantic.
I've never had that yet.
Oh,
but when
I
it
have
happens, I'll let
you'll
you
know.
be the
Just send me
first
a
to know
text.
now because
Send me
this is where it started.
Have you done Mile High Club ever?
No.
Yeah, neither have I. Do you know what
Is.
you don't know what that is?
No.
Oh, now I feel
no.
disgusting.
No, please express.
Oh,
like,
Please express.
Sorry.
What are you asking
Sorry.
for? I can't tell.
Where is this going?
I can't tell Jess Mauboy. Grace, you have to.
No, is it like in the
Yeah, it's
in the toilet, isn't it? I have a really big imagination, so I can
essentially
make it
on a
up.
plane. Yes,
On a plane. Snake's on a
Wow.
plane, but it's not a snake.
I've always imagined myself with my partner.
Yeah. That's
And
the
maybe
Mile High
it's like,
Club.
like a little like a fantasy type of thing.
Of course. But in real life practice, it's just those.
Is it hard?
Well, I'm in economy.
Getting in
I don't know
that
about
tiny
you.
little thing. I mean, changing a
dare
diaper in there is hard. Like, come on. Like, let alone having a.
Tiny little thing is Greek.
I mean, my little baby.
Oh, God. Move on. Do your actual culture card,
Okay.
please. Okay, here we go.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
My actual real culture card is. Are you ready for
Yeah,
this?
reveal.
Okay. I mean, it's not. It's. I don't know now. Like
Jess,
after
stop.
saying all those ones, I'm like,
It'll be perfect.
Okay.
Flip it.
Why aunties are scarier than the internet?
Oh, okay. Speak to it.
I don't know. I just think like they just know everything.
Yeah.
I think culturally too. I think that's where I'm going. I think, with the conversation that we had earlier, they're just like, I mean, the internet might expose like you eventually, but I think aunties will expose you like immediely. Is that like, do you know what I mean?
No, I know
just
what you
think
mean.
like in
They know
front
so
of
much
and in front of everyone.
Yes.
Like it's no secret, anymore.
Do they do that to you?
Yes, at a family barbecue. Like I'm like, hang on, I told you that in
Confidence.
Yeah, in confidence. Like, whoa, why are you saying it out loud?
Why do you think they do it? To make you grow or to gossip?
I think I don't know, to build some hair on my back. I don't know. Like it's like to have a like a backbone.
Of course.
Because of the internet.
Yes.
Is that maybe? Do you know what I mean?
It
Like
comes from a
in
place
reverse.
it's coming from a place of love because they know how it's in the real world. It's tough.
Yeah,
They're trying to
I
build
think,
you
but
up.
I think it also kind of maybe it humbles you.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's probably why.
But is that cultural to you? Like I don't even like my.
Yeah, like I've been humbled many a times by my aunties, and I think that's why. But I just wanted to put it out there because. It's happened to so many people, and I can see it in the Greek community. I can see it in the Indonesian community.
Yeah.
And I can also, in the Aboriginal community, I think it's a thing, but
Do
these
you
are
have
like
it,
tough
Grace?
women.
I don't, but my wife is Filipino, and the titas, they
You know
they
what I
will
mean?
humble you.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, it's a thing, and I there's a part of me that's like dislikes it because we're coming into a space like I was lucky enough to be built on a foundation of like you got to be strong, kid. But like today, like I don't think a generation could handle that.
Do you not think?
I don't know. I think because we're so stressed out. Like generations is so stressed out with like, needing to work. They don't go clubbing anymore.
No, they don't. Well, they can't afford it. You know how much it is for a lemon,
that's
for
what
a
I'm
vodka
saying.
lime
The
soda?
expenses
Yes. Yes.
is the worry on the
Yeah.
mind. And so, I think, it's just a different, we're built different now.
I agree. But also, I think we need to put the kids through the paces. I think we kind of put cotton wool on these kids. Like,
You know what?
They need to be
it's
grilled.
so true. We need to be falling over.
They need to be so
falling
grilled.
over.
Yeah.
And they need to like dust it, get back up
Yeah.
and dust it off
Embarrass yourself a bit.
and keep going.
My mum made
and
me do
keep falling if you have to.
I'm in this line of work because my mum forced me to do public speaking.
Yeah,
I
oh,
didn't
no,
want to.
I
I hated
hated
it.
it.
I hated public speaking. I did a speech on
Still
water
kind of
restrictions.
gives me the
And remember palm cards.
palm cards.
Did you have the and like you'd go to Office Works? And
This
you get
reminds me of
It's a literal palm
but
card.
even the smaller one, the note one.
It was a note one when it had lines
the
on it, and you'd
lines.
write. I remember mine. It was water, water, water. That's what I started with.
Oh,
We all love it, but
Yeah.
it's going.
Yeah.
Remember the drought, like 2008, 2009? It was like GFC,
Yeah.
the drought. It was like, don't hose your garden. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
But I was like doing my speech on water restrictions, but it genuinely, it helped. And then did you
Yeah.
ever do debating?
Yes. Oh, I really, really dislike debating. You know what? I had a really good friends who are very smart and were very good at like rebuttals. Like they were just
Yeah.
really great at
Third speaker.
Yeah, at arguments. And so I would always, they would always make sure that I was like in the middle, like,
Second
so like,
speaker?
Yeah,
I was third speaker. You
I love to be first, so I didn't have to rebut. I just came out and said my piece, and then I could sit down.
I did start off at at first speaker, but then went on to second speaker. I think you gradually got better and better, and
Third
just
speaker's
the
fun
more
because
experience.
you can just just rebut, argue. I just like to argue.
Sum it, the summing it all up. My goodness.
The summing it. There's an album in that. Summing it all up.
Sums it all up.
Hey, there's something in it. Wait, so did you? Were you school captain?
Yes, I was. I was.
I can pick it.
Really?
Because I was. So was Grace.
Eventually, like when I hit like year 6. Like I just got the courage, and I think that was just being, with friends that love to do that. I think
Yes.
I really placed myself in those environments and with the right people.
Yeah, but also
And
to
that's
be
still
a kid.
today in life.
Yes.
It's just putting yourself in making the right choices of hanging out with the right people, and I feel like that really helped me. Developed me because they were so into that kind of stuff. They're always about, and I guess my parents were as well. But surrounding yourself with that makes you. I think it is a real thing.
Because
it
you're
really
so
rubs
good.
off.
I love how you say we got so serious. You're so good at going serious. I shy away from it. I'm always like,
I'm so sorry.
no,
I'm
it's
a
good.
downer.
No, you're not a downer.
gosh.
It's you're a school captain.
I'm a captain.
I've got a theory. School captains.
Yeah.
Thank God we all had a level of success.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we'd be insane.
Yeah. Oh no.
Because given that as a kid, badge, honor, speaking.
I could have gone a different direction in life for real.
Me too.
Like
I would have been an insufferable musical theatre kid.
What would I?
What would you have done if you didn't go to the Idol audition? Where would you be?
You know what? I think I would have been like representing Australia in running. Like
Really?
Yeah. Like I was really a very sporty kid. I always won my 100 meters and my 200 meters. My long distance was just like I could run for days.
Wow.
I think because my dad, he played soccer.
He's fit.
He was a jockey at first, and then he
Wow.
he
Is he
had an
short?
interesting life. Yeah,
Really?
very, very tiny man.
Really? How tall?
Like literally, I think he's like. He's
with us now. He's behind you.
literally a meter, like one. I would just like I'm 1'5".
Shorter than you?
6, yeah, much shorter
Really?
than I am. Yeah.
Is he still with us?
I call him my little Chico
roll.
little Chico. You know those little, I don't know if you remember the lollies, the little
Chico babies.
Yeah. What? Oh,
Yeah.
the lollies.
The lolly Chico babies. Like he's literally
I think they
like my
renamed
little
them,
Chico
though.
You can say that.
Yeah.
We can't say that.
No.
Don't try to get me in trouble.
But he's like that's.
Yeah, I know you mean, little
That's
Chico,
what
that's
he
funny,
reminded me
yes.
of. But yeah, like he was a jockey. He played soccer for NT, and then also in the background of like music and electrician. He's walked many. He's worn many hats.
One of which a literal jockey
But yeah,
hat.
sports was a thing for me. Like I literally was, I think at one point we represented the NT when I was about, I would say 11 or 12 years old. But I was really good. And I did it all up until, I decided that music then was going to be a thing.
Thank God it worked.
Yeah.
Do you have a place in the NT?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
but
Our
you
family
live-
home,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
we've got acre as well, but which is like a farm, with like ducks, chickens, and
You like going back?
I love going.
Are you a
back.
different person when you go back?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a singlet, little shorts gal,
Yeah.
like barefoot, like happy.
Do you post any of that? You should film that. That's great.
I know. It's personal life. I think. Yeah.
Get you to 10.
I
There's a
know.
show in
It
that. The
is.
Mauboys. What's your husband's surname? Is it
Magripless.
Mauboy McGribless.
Yeah,
A bit
yeah.
long, but we can work.
Yeah.
The McGriblesses. The McGriblies.
It is. Jessica Hilda Mauboy
Yeah.
Magripless.
Oh, Hilda, of course.
But yeah, I obviously
That's
still
so
go by
cool.
Jessica.
I could talk to you for so long.
I know, me
And
too.
I love this show because I love to talk about culture and I love Australian culture.
Yeah.
Growing up, 'cause-
Always though, like every time I talk to you, like it's always kind of been, about who we are and where we've come from, and like truly, that is really the most important thing that really, I guess, balances you and keeps you level-headed in life, and then also that helps you to be in the right direction and on where you need to go. I think it just really clears a way of life for you. It's
I'm the
definitely a
same.
source of power.
Yeah. I've always loved talking to you. There
Yeah.
are some people in this industry that have a real sinister energy.
Oh yeah,
Like
scary. I detour. I'm
my
going that
God.
way.
There are some people that I'm sure would have interviewed you, and you're going to go, and just sing through it. Can I get a moment?
Yeah, totally. Like I've had to backtrack or find how do I get into this? Why do I not know this conversation? Yeah, totally. But
it's scary.
Always with you, I feel like
of course, I love you. But the industry's crazy. It's the same. I met you in radio, and there's that photo in the set behind of when I started
from the very beginning.
But the industry now, Kyle and Jackie O are gone.
Yeah.
Kiss, where I was, is this complete. It's been decimated.
Yeah.
Sony is all the labels, not just Sony, but they're just shells of what they were.
Yeah.
And I'm excited that you're doing your label. We're doing this independent show.
Yes.
What else is there? It's a great time for us to kind of branch out and do what we've always wanted to do.
But that's important. I think, you have a goal and you work your way at it. You fall, you make mistakes, you go in the wrong crowd, but just the purpose, bring it back to the purpose. What do you want to do in life? Who do you want to be in life? And I think all of those things are always great when they're written down.
I struggle with that. That's hard.
It is. But I think as soon as you write it down, and even as a thought, it's already put in the universe. Like I really believe
yeah, you're right.
and that it comes around eventually.
Do you do
with
that, Grace? I feel
patience.
like you're a journaler.
I do. I like to write things down. I like them tangible.
I love the physical.
Yeah.
And then you can put it on somewhere.
Yeah.
That's in eye level, because it's also important to consistently see it because
Yes,
you're working, you're
I
threading,
agree.
and you don't even know you're doing it.
No.
I'm
superstitious. I like a physical thing. Like I like my nan. When my nan passed, she left me a 4-leaf clover that was in resin that she found on a trip. It's beautiful, but it's an actual 4-leaf clover, and it's in a love heart piece of resin. And I sometimes when I've got big
That's so
meetings
special.
or work events, I just take it.
have it.
Then there's just something, it wraps me in a little force field.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works for me.
Yeah, I love
Whether
that
or not
you
it's
have
placebo.
that.
Yeah, but I like those things and I'm very sentimental.
I have a memorabilia box.
Really?
Yeah, that's probably one thing I've never shared, but it's a box with, my oppa's handkerchief, which, like I was so proud to having got that because he believed in those things, like whether it was, wiping the sweat off
Blowing
from
the
a hard
nose,
day
yeah.
and just seeing, like it was a representation of like, a representation of just like maybe hygiene or, because it was always in his pocket.
Yeah.
And you could see it hanging out.
My granddad had the same thing.
Yeah, what is the sentiment of that? Like, what is the,
But it means that he's caring about how he looks and he's not passing on germs and he's well kept.
Yeah.
But it's also so masculine in a way as well.
Yeah,
it's also
and he was always well dressed.
Yeah, and well groomed.
Groomed. Like he would dress up, to meet people. Like he'd comb his hair, and it was a specific, mousse, and it was a smell.
My granddad was the same. It's gone. That
all of that's gone.
Yeah, it is
right?
gone. It is gone.
Just that handkerchief says all those things.
But do you think once we get to 80, will become that?
I think at some I think so because I really believe in the things that we have seen and what they represented and how it looked and how it felt. They all kind of are linked and connected, and so I think if we've seen that, we might
back around.
Yeah, we might just take on that.
I agree. My granddad used to smack me though, so I'll forget that one. I was belted.
Oh no, in Indonesian they call it sapu lidi. So it was like what they would
sweep
in the islands or in the village because they had dirt floors. They would just whatever was loose. They would with the not bamboo, it was palm leaves. The middle of the palm leaves, they would strip it, dry it, and combine them all together. And it was like they would make this whip sound. So being flogged or being whipped with that homemade broom, it stung. Like it was crazy and awful. Like, it would probably be awful like going through their personal things. Like,
of course.
Just because they were vintage,
Yeah,
like
my dad did the same. I come from a white family. My dad was hitting me with a Curtis Stone spatula from Coles.
Oh my
I was really right on the butt.
Yeah.
But that's silicon. That's Teflon. That got me. Wait, so this memorabilia box, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Pass that down.
But like my first tape that I recorded my voice on.
Wow.
Or like keyring, my Tamagotchi, just things that were then, now, and also like one of them chatterboxes.
Oh yes,
that I used to write
those
in.
little origami thing, and you like,
my God.
like a fortune teller.
And you write the color,
and ask questions.
write the color on the face, and then you go OR, spell orange, and then that would take you to the number.
Yep.
And then the number would you'd go, write like a number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there'd be like a, can you, I don't know. It'd be some kind of.
It'd be like a question. Yeah. Or like a dare, or like
can you stand on one foot or something like that? But like that was very like kids, but then as you get to high school, you were like, who's the first boy you kissed or whatever, or crush, or just little funny things.
I'm so with you. And remember the little rubber? You'd write yes or no on the back of a rubber.
Oh my gosh, yes, loved that. I loved that game.
Very Australian too, I think, right?
Yes. 2 square.
Yeah, 2 square. Yeah. Handball. Hopscotch, hula hoop. We had yo-yos. We were real vintage. I was walking around like a doo-wop kid. Frisbee was a real bit. Vortex. Remember the vortex? And you'd throw it and it would go.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the sound.
The
sound is so like child, like child.
I played water polo.
Oh my gosh.
I was playing with a ball. We could go on forever, really. We need to wrap.
We are at 50 minutes.
Sorry.
We're 50 minutes?
I
literally
could do this
for 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Jess is like, I'm a breaking point. Yeah. So we have to talk about that Blackfella show, which is obviously, it's back for a new season on the ABC.
I cannot.
This show is so brilliant. I've got a lot of friends that work on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a Rowdy who does that Blackfella show. Yeah, it's a brilliant show.
I feel so kind of, I think what comes to mind is so honored, and I feel so proud, to be given, such a big responsibility. Mm-hmm.
You're hosting the whole thing.
I'm hosting the whole show
for NAIDOC Week.
It's debuting. Like I've never done anything like it. I've done TV things here and there, but this is, I think, particularly showing up for Black Mob was a huge thing because, and I think outside of like not being First Nations, I immediately was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be able to bring my Darwin style, because every Black Mob is like from somewhere different and has been taught differently and, has different lingo and has, different language kind of style. So it was like, for me, I just immediately was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Imposter syndrome was like, nah, don't do it, stick to singing. But at the same time, I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so beautiful to like, because I could have gone on and just been like, no, I'd rather go and sing and just perform a song. But I said yes to the hosting because I just thought just paving pathway has always been, I think as soon as like halfway of my music career, I was like, no, being a role model is everything.
Yeah. The girl that you didn't have when you were growing up.
No, exactly. So going full circle back to, the moment of like standing there up alone, well, not. I don't want anyone to feel like that. I definitely want to be, a support. I want to like take the back seat and be able to ask the questions. Yeah. And I've never done that.
It's comedy though. The show's a comedy.
It's funny.
It's like so funny.
The amount of things that I pull out in terms of like humor and just like, again, Darwin slang and style was just everything that I'd always ever dreamed about. I'd created songs and, personas through like music videos and stuff like that. But I was really being that little Jess from Darwin.
It's the same. You've got it.
It's me.
You've got it in you.
There she is. And I can imagine like little young little boys and girls or just aunties and uncles being like, there she is.
Yeah.
I was waiting for her to come out and like show us her
this
and I got so emotional. I gut laughed. I just reading the script and then also being a part of writing the script with Rowdy and the writers and the whole team, the sketches, it was just phenomenal and probably my greatest gig I've ever done.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of gigs.
You've done heaps.
I've graced so many stages and that stage scared me the most, like had me on the edge of my
But
seat.
we've got to do those gigs that scare us to push through.
Yeah. And I think I sat there like when I got the first call and I've got the email and I read through and I was like, I don't know. I think I was scared because I've never really shown my full.
What, the comedic chops or presenting?
Yeah, like all of that presenting.
It's
think
all tied
guiding,
into
you know,
what you
like
do.
just guiding the audience and having demand in the room without singing.
Correct.
For once, you know.
So true. Good point. It's a different. It's different side of the brain.
Different. And I could do cartwheels and sing, but standing up there and literally just hosting and guiding the audience and talking to the audience and bantering, like it was just different. It was a different style.
I'm so excited for people to see it.
I like just watching just black talent just show off. It was just, I was just.
Baker Boy, Bucka, Aunt Carrie, Drifting Clouds.
And knowing that it's for everyone, not just First Nations, but like, get your friends, get your girlfriends, you know, literally just hang out, have popcorn or whatever, cocktails, whatever you want to do, or, your high school friends, it's just full of laughter, stories, joy, warmth. It's just funny because it has a take on like a lot of, stuff that we like Scary Movie or Ancestral.com, but real black style, it's like there's some really just like shocking things.
Yeah. It's comedy though. It's good.
It really does move you. And it's just a variety.
I'm so happy for you. That's so exciting.
Yeah. Some, like getting the audience, like I got the audience to like show me some of their tricks and some of their hidden talents.
Yeah.
And it was just that. It was like being able to do that in the room. And then also, just to make space for such beautiful talent coming through. Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh,
That's so,
my
I can't wait to see. ABC iView, of course.
iView.
We didn't even get to talk about Michelle Obama that you met.
I know, no, crazy. Like I received an email from management was like, there's a really high profile person coming into town. Is it something you want to do? I was like, please tell me more. I was like, well, we can't tell you. They didn't tell you.
Oh, they didn't tell you.
I'm like, wait, what? Like, what if it's like, I don't know, like
Elon
what if
Musk
it's
or someone
Donald
weird?
Trump
I'm
like,
first
are you sure he would want me to like represent? Like, God, I don't want to be seen represent. No.
But what was the invite? Hello or?
It was we have a high profile person, and we'd like not only for her to meet them, but to perform for them.
Stop.
And it would be over three kind of like sessions, or at least 3 days of it. And they're all back to back, so she'd need to be in Sydney and then 2
Travel
days.
with-
2 days in Melbourne and 1 day in Sydney.
Okay,
and then I said, like my gut was like, say yes, yes. And then all of a sudden I just see MO. I knew straight away. I was like, oh, it's her. I was like, I rang my management straight away. I was like, it's Michelle Obama, isn't it? He's like, don't talk too loud. I was like, oh my God, yes, absolutely, hands down. Like when, where, how?
Yeah.
I didn't even care. Like I didn't even need to be paid. Like, like I adore her, and I bought her book in 2020, 2018, Becoming, the first book that came out. Yes, the first lady, the first black lady.
Yeah. So then meeting her?
So meeting her, I was like, hello.
Did you bow?
I did. I was like, hi. Like
You bowed to Michelle
did.
Obama?
And I put my hand out like that, and she was like, oh no, call me Michelle. And I was like, okay, Michelle. And I just said to her, look, I really, really appreciated you going in depth about parenting. I've just become a mum, and you just sharing that insightful story about your parents trusting you. That's what I hope to give my little one. But I think also just from a cultural background, like I'm First Nations, woman here in Australia, and just the strength you exude is just phenomenal. And I just thank you for being able to share your power. And I just remember going, because I took my husband as well. I took them, and she was like, oh, you're new parents? I'm like, yeah, we're fairly new parents, and we just loved what you did. And she's like, oh, parenting it's a big deal, but congratulations. And I'm just so grateful to be here, and thank you for performing as well. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, it was
dream.
I remember her turning to them. She's like, congratulations. And she turned to my husband and to them and said, you're important. We need dads like you, to take the reins and to support. And we're very lucky in this day and age that we have that coming up. And I just looked at them and I was like, yes, like you're important, like thank you. Thank you for also,
of course.
And he is literally my rock. Like he's been there from day one. And like just making life with him has just been the most purest, and the challenges that come with it are just all so worth it. But I feel like I'm very lucky to have someone that we come and we're born from the same place, and now we're making like life together. But I think from that moment I didn't confirm, because we'd always known like we're good together and we work well together. But it's
sometimes getting that external validation.
And
like from
watching Michelle and then watching Obama, like just really strong people in front of the whole world being just degraded, and also in public with their kids, it's
just horrific. And what the right do to her, and what they about calling her a trans, it's disgusting.
Like it's really it's low, so ugly.
But to push through it and be that graceful and conquer,
it was just so powerful. To be amongst and be a part of.
I'm so happy for you. It's also 20 years since Idol in 2026. That's crazy. 2026, but we don't have the time. So what we're doing is we'll do a part 9 and 10 and 11. Before you go, you have to do the door or one more. Every guest, the interview is done, just so you know. You can leave. So you can take the door and go home, or you can answer the one more question that your PR team have not approved. It's your call.
Oh gosh.
It's your pick.
It's giving me like connection because I'm wearing red and it is red.
Grace bedazzled it herself.
I did, yes.
Oh wow. Beautiful work.
Thank you.
But you can go. But
I've walked through many doors.
Yes.
Today, I will not.
Oh, wow. She's done it. She's done it.
And I need one more.
Take it. It's yours. The question's in there. Okay. I'm glad you do, because some people come in here and they take the door, and I don't know if you've ever answered this. I know. Well, you've opened it and you have to answer it.
All right. Okay, I've opened this door.
Jess Mauboy's taking one more.
How much did it cost to get Snoop Dogg on Get 'Em Girls? $50K.
That's a bargain.
Yeah. Back then, 50,000 was like nothing.
I love that you know straight away.
Yeah, because not only was it important because it was his craft, like it was his credibility. I respected that. Like he's been around for a long time.
Snoop.
And like when Get 'Em Girls came out, like, yeah, it was a different time. I don't think Australia was ready for Get 'Em Girls, to be honest. I would have hoped to have released it over in America. But I brought it back thinking that, the time would, get on top of it. But yeah, it was probably like one of the greatest not experimenting, but I was like in my prime time of like making music with Snoop.
With Snoop, $50K for Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Wow. Beyonce could have dropped that. Destiny's Child.
He got in the video.
Yeah,
he acted in the video.
Bang for your buck.
He did studio time. He did showing up to the, he brought like to the music video, he brought his like posse, like he entourage.
Yeah, of course.
And brought like a Winnebago, like, and was cooking fried chicken for the community. Like he brought everybody out. And that was like, yeah, $50K is nothing.
$50K
like,
well spent, I say.
Yeah.
$50K well spent on
Thank
Snoop.
you.
Jess Mauboy, I adore you. That Blackfella show, ABC TV, or iView, of course. Jess, we love you. Oh, you're touring later in the year as well. The Story of Me.
Story of Me.
Sorry, put that right at the end. Sorry, we'll put it in the notes, in the description.
There's so much happening.
There is a lot going on.
It's nice. It's a different kind of show to what I think my previous people have come to. It's very intimate. It's very kind of like I'm not hiding behind anything. No big lights or anything like that. It's not like script. It's not fully scripted, but it has structure of like the songs going back to pay tribute to people who I've been able to stand on the shoulders of and who have allowed me to,
Be here today. Yeah.
So
good.
that's the
It's all in
story
the
of
show
me.
notes if you want to go see Jess.
Thank
We
you.
love you. Thank you for coming
Thank you
back.
so much
I'm so
for
proud of
having
you.
me. Thank you for making time and having a yarn.
Oh, please. Of course.